Hello and welcome to the Weekend Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our politicians, both from Jubilee and NASA. As a comedian, as a Kenyan, I'm still mad at them for obvious reasons. But as a comedian, I'm so grateful because they've made my work so easy lately. It's a great time to be a comedian in Kenya. For example, right now, I find it a very big coincidence that the CS nominee for the sports docket, anaitwa Achesa, that's actually his name. And how convenient that is. He could have just used that to shut down the whole interview. Why do you think you're the best person to hold this dog? My name says it all. Simple. And so it could actually be true that your second name does play a part in securing a job in Kenya. And I watched the whole interview. I watched the whole of it. And one of the most interesting things I noted is that before almost every member of the committee asked the question, they first thanked the speaker and then they thanked the president. I would like to thank His Excellency the President. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving him a chance. Yeah, Ivo. Only one MP started by thanking God. And guess who it was? Mwashetani. For real. For real. For real. And listening to one of my favorite questions from this interview.
Wewe utaendelea na ile siasa yako ambayo tunajua ukiwa waziri ya kunyorosha watu huko kwa mazishi huko mkoa wa Western ikifika Jumapili na Jumamosi, ama wewe utavaa suti ya waziri?
I'm not sure what Mheshimiwa Duale meant by kunyoroshana kwa matanga between bashing and literally beating. But if it's beating people, then the CS docket is like a rehabilitation program for bad habits. In which case, amwezi pata ka docket hapo mpatia kodhe ashikilie kidogo. Tuone vile itakuwa. And we're actually living in a very funny country. Embakasi MP Honorable Babu Wino was summoned to the Nairobi area police station, but he changed his mind about going into the station after he saw members of the press outside the station. And again, I'm not making this up.
The reason why I've come here is because I was summoned by the police to appear here. But I've already changed my mind. I'll just address the media and I will not appear. So if they want to meet in my house, let them come. This is the gate to the Nairobi area police station. I will just address the media. After finishing addressing, I will go my way. So I've changed my mind. The reason why the moment I've seen you guys here has made me to change my mind now.
How cool is that? This could really work as a tip this Valentine's. Ati babe, nilikuwa nikununulie maua lakini nikakumbuka sukuma pia ni mimea. Now, there's a story that ran on NTV this week about police officers caught red-handed taking bribes. Up to that point, that's not news. In fact, several such stories have been done before, but there's one particular thing about this particular story. Who better to break it down than our reporter Kenyan Jui? Check this out.
Picha mnazozitazama zimepigwa kwa kichaka and our cameraman had to hide in the bushes ndio tuwaletee uhodo kem thereby kutikika kwa kamera huenda ikawa na sababu nyingi including kujikuna. That said, katika uchunguzi wetu wa utamu wa hogo tulizama katika kichaka hiki ili kuwanaba maofisa hawa mikono mwekundu ama ukipenda red-handed in Raymond's language. The individual you're looking at is a police officer allegedly counting her chicks before they hatch ama ukipenda kupiga budget ya pesa ikiwa kwa mikono ya makanga. Upande mwingine, afisa mmoja anaonekana akiwa standby mwenzake akikamua lori, ndio mtu akikuja amwambie kudis. This investigative piece has led to two major discoveries. One, there's a lot of cost sharing in the police force, and two, turns out police take bribes for entertainment. Easy money is sweet. In fact, when you get a full dosage, it can give the same effect as sweet music. Case in point, this officer who decided to, we can't say broke because there is money involved. This officer who decided to break into the song, I'm happy today, so happy. The officers were arrested this day. Na duru za guesswork zimetuarifu kuwa hawageshikwa kama hawagejiseti. This officer allegedly sold the others out baada ya kuonekana akiangalia kama pesa aliyopewa iko na siba. How can you blame him though, knowing very well Mkenya anaweza kupatia noti imechorwa nyuki? The investigations into this story are still ongoing, and Guesswork will keep you posted as the story unfolds, since sources that can somehow be trusted have told us that the officers would be released if they get a good lawyer who can defend them with strong points like waseme hiyo sio hogo, wanapeaga makaga change. That's why askari inua vidole 5 kwa ishara kuwa anahitaji mahamusini ama makaga kama anataka hamusini biri. At the time of the arrest, the officers walipatwa na float ya 40,000 shillings, and among the charges they will be facing include handling of a huge amount of money bila mashini ya kuhesabu. Representing the Guesswork fraternity on the Weekend edition, guess who? Who else but the one and only Kenya Chui.
And now to the main subject of our show tonight. Who is the government? That's a question most people assume to have an answer to, but not that many of us have a clue. That's why we have statements like, hii ni nyumba yangu na mimi ndio serikali. Ukisalimia mtu kama Itumbi, wewe umegotea serikali. Now, the government, if you ask me, is a unit capable of performing serious miracles in the present day. One good example of a miracle, who else can get you from Kajiado to Canada on such short notice? Without a passport. But before we even get into it, there's so many things that are confusing about the whole Miguna deportation saga. Most of you people don't understand why Miguna was in sleepers all the way to Canada. And there's a logical explanation that he gave. It was because his feet were swollen juu ya kusimama sana. Na bado watu wanaongea vibaya hapo kwa social media. People need to appreciate the fact that for the first time Miguna alisimama na hakuanguka. And now, for him, upon his arrival to Canada, Miguna said that the first thing he was going to do was take a shower because he had not showered for like 7 days. Watu walimnyang'anya mpaka passport ya kuoga. But then again, why was that even a big deal? 7 days bila kuoga. How is that torture? Hivyo ndio watu wanaishi Umoja. Ni kweli. In Umoja, actually, water and salary have one thing in common. They both come once a month. And I believe it's very accurate to say that the quickest way to Canada is now a press conference. Miguna was arrested in Runda, detained in Kiambu, then charged in Kajiado. They basically turned Miguna into a local tourist. So kumbe serikali kisema itakuchukulia hatua kali, they actually mean it, ile tour ya tourism. For real. And a number of arrests have been made in regard to the swearing incident, and there is one common thing between the arrest of Miguna and that of the Makadara MP, George Aladwa.
Nikamwambia kwa nini hamkushika mwenye alikuwa na apishwa mwenye harusi? Mimi sikuwa mwenye harusi. Mimi nilikuwa mwenye kupiga makofi na kushangilia mwenye harusi akioa kama akiolewa. So mimi nikashindwa, kwa nini mnanishika?
So we switched from a swearing-in ceremony to a wedding just like that. Maybe that's why Honorable Murukomen thought that during the ceremony, the swearing-in ceremony, Miguna was the first lady. I don't understand. Just what is the relationship between politics and marriages? Because sometime last year, the president said he's not wife 001. And see, all the drama we've seen following the swearing-in ceremony by the opposition can be described as the government flexing its muscle. And that includes the issue of revocation of opposition MPs' gun licenses. What I don't understand is when they take the gun license, do they take the gun too or not? Because if not, why do you need the gun in the first place if the license is more powerful than the gun? Wewe unakuja kututisha hapa na buduki. Unajua mimi niko na license. Wekeni mikono juu, weka mikono juu. Wewe unajua hii ni nini kijana wewe? Unajua hii ni nini? Lala chini. So next time you are in a bank, then a robbery starts going down and the robber goes like, kila mtu lala chini, weka mikono juu. Muulize kama gani yake iko na license. Kama haina license, endelea na shughuli zako pale. And there's so much controversy surrounding the swearing-in ceremony. Whispers in the corridors are that Judas did not show up for the swearing-in ceremony because he did not know the contents of the oath document. If that was the case, then I stand with the fruit. Because it's very, very important to know. It's very important to know the content of what is being read in your presence in public. For example, this is what allegedly earned Miguna a trip abroad.
The meanderings, the intellectual contusions and confusions of one Matiang'i, the Chinkororo gang, will not be tolerated. I call on our members to treat this man as public enemy number 3.
Aya, ni sawa. Now look carefully, you will notice how not knowing the contents of the document being read in public in your presence can catch you off guard.
The meanderings, the intellectual contusions and confusions of one Matiang'i, the Chinkororo gang, will not be tolerated. I call on our members to treat this man as public enemy number 3.
Hey, hatuko tumeongea hiyo bana. Ya tulisema tunachocha lakini tusifike huko Na hivyo ndio alitoka kwa hiyo press conference, alislide mpaka akapotea kabisa. Na see, why are people not on this guy's case? Na watu wali blame Kalonzo juu ya kuhepa before. First, there is no justification for deporting someone from their country. But that happened to Miguna despite an existing court order for his release. Miguna is a Kenyan by birth. His identity card actually was shared online, and that's how Kenyans learned that his baptism name is Joshua. Maybe that's why people confuse Canada for Canaan. And there appears to be a supremacy battle between two arms of government in this case, the judiciary and the executive, which begs the question, how does the government work? As we speak, Kenyans are seemingly divided into two camps, Jubilee and NASA. And that's mainly because of the belief that when your person is in power, all your problems are solved. People forget that it wouldn't matter if our elected officials just did what they are elected to do. And I think this is because we have done things the wrong way for so long that we have forgotten how to do things the right way. Unaona? And we extend this conversation to the second part of our show with our guest, the Member of Parliament for Nyali constituency, Honorable Mohamed Ali, to break this down even further. Welcome back to the Weekend Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Our subject tonight is government. What is government? And our guest is one of the best journalists this country has ever produced. He's now a member of parliament, so he can talk about the hizo stories zote za media and still government. And one curious thing, actually, this is from me, I think he has his own kamusi. Mohamed Ali, ladies and gentlemen. Hiyo jina honorable lazima tuingize hapo ndani.
Ni ngumu sana.
Au upendi?
But itakuwa poa ukiniita mtumishi.
Oh, mtumishi. Sawa. Sawa, Moha, before hata tuingie kwa subject yetu ya leo, kuna I had to write this down because nahitaji sana. Kiswahili yako, Kiswahili. Paruanja, Gururi, Kibubusa, Timbwili, Makri, Sogo Mbingo, actually fascisti, Wagigisi, keche. Hizi majina zinatoka wapi?
Ni Kiswahili sanifu, ni vile ambavyo katika taifa hili tumejifanya wazungu weusi. Hatutaki lugha yetu, tunapenda lugha ya wengine na haitusaidii na lolote.
Okay.
Paruanja ni kitu kama drug mystery. Hauelewi vile mambo yanafanyika ya dawa. Majina mengine tu ni jina za Kiswahili ambazo zipo. Tukijipenda kwanza kama taifa, itakuwa rahisi kuelewa lugha yetu.
Kwa kamusi tunaweza pata hizo,
unaweza pata zote, fascisti, jambo la siri, fascisti la mauaji, utazipata zote. Ziko kwenye kamusi. Na
kuna sababu ya kuzitumia hizo hivyo vile ziko kama sasa hivi unajua
ni kama kutongoza. Lazima uwe na mistari. Uwezi tongoza bila mistari.
So hiyo inakuanga ni kutukatia. Nice one. Nice. Well played. Karibu sana kwa show. You are a journalist, a veteran actually, and then you're also in government. You didn't say anything time yenye tulikuwa tumezimiwa TV.
Well, I had to keep quiet because first of all, I was a journalist and I'm still a journalist up to now. I'm still practicing.
Yes.
The reason why I kept quiet is because I've been talking about these issues when I was in the media itself. When I was with the Standard Group, I used to tell the top people there who are the editors, because they are messing us up. You know, they are going to bed not only with the government, but they are going to bed with everybody who has money. We should practice professionalism kama zamani. Okay. Those days of, I came under the leadership of the likes of Linus Kaikai, Farida Karonei, great editors who are there, who are watching every single move. Yeah. Nowadays, the editors don't watch even how the reporters are surviving outside there. Reporter akishiko utasikia ako police station, ako kotini, and the management is not even aware. You'll see politician, lawyers practicing, going to court to defend these people. So I kept quiet because it's something that I've told them many times and they don't want to hear. Na sasa umeumwa na nyoka. Ukiumwa na nyoka utagutuka sasa. Next time ukiambiwa hapa pana nyoka utaruka juu. So it's a mistake that wamejitengenezea. Na sisemi they are sleeping around with the government. Yes. They are sleeping around with everybody who has money.
Okay, so they should just sleep.
In fact, that's the reason for most of us to live.
They should sleep with one person.
No. I'm not talking. You asked a question. I'm just answering.
Okay.
They should, if it is to sleep, they should sleep with the people of the Republic of Kenya. Because we say that we are the voice of the voiceless. These are the voiceless.
So we should sleep with the voiceless. That's a good point. But then, don't you think that where you are as a journalist, and now as an MP, you're better off to speak about the issues as in way better than you are when you are a journalist? Like you're on a better ground right now.
Let me say I'm in a better ground because there's one thing that I've always, when I was a journalist, there's something that really made me mad about being a journalist, because the killer, you cannot mention the name. The corrupt person, you cannot mention the name.
Why?
But because of parliamentary privilege, I can stand and say this person killed this person.
Parliamentary privilege you can...
Yeah, nitasema tu kwa bunge. Unajua wezi nishika nikiwa kwa bunge.
For real?
Lakini nikisema nje utanibeba.
Kwani utaishi huko? Utalala huko?
No. Whatever that I'm going to say in parliament, hata nikitoka nje huna haki ya kunishika, because there is parliamentary privilege. Nakubaliwa, inanilinda. Lakini when you are a journalist, you say Duru, it is alleged, according to the source. These are the terms that has been killing us for so many years.
Tangu ingie parliament say this stuff that you promised watu wa constituency yako.
Yeah.
Watu wanaingianga government then wanasema, oh Lord, Ali promised too much that they can't deliver. Is that the same situation you faced?
No, I didn't do that. I promised what I can do. I didn't promise what I even told them. Barabara ni national government. So usianze kuniambia mapoto hapa. Zile nitaweza kidogo, nikienda kuongea na donors ama serikali wanipatie kitu fulani nitengeneze barabara, I will do it. The problem with Kenyan politicians, they lie to you. There is something that belongs to the national government, like security. Huwezi ambia mtu ati mkinichagua hapa tutakuwa na Kenya police yetu ya upande hii. Iwezekani or a military. So there are some things that you cannot do. And 80% or 100% of the voters vote because you are lying to them. You are not telling them truth.
No, let's be straight with the Kenyans. The truth cannot take you anywhere. Hawezi katia mtu na umwambie ukweli. That's what you're saying. Technically. Ati mase msupa mimi sina gari, utatembea nitakubeba na bike moving forward. As in that's just about what your life is going to be. Huwezi ambia wase ati aje mimi sitawaambia nitawatengenezea pothole. Nyinyi mjue kuzihepa. Unajua as in
the problem with the coast ni moja. Elimu. Education. Shule zinafunguliwa Januari.
Okay.
Enda pale coast bus ama country bus. Angalia watoto na mabox form 1, kila mtu wako tayari mono, wanataka kwenda shule. Uliza tu, make a simple interview. Boss unaenda wapi? Utasikia mimi naenda Nyeri, wewe Nyanyuki, wewe Meru, wewe Kisii, wewe skule utasikia kuna mtu anaenda coast kusoma, dunia inaisha. Really? Chris Brown comes 90 minutes 90 million. Hiyo 90 minutes 90 million tungejenga kitu ya maana hapo. It's about entertainment.
Stage.
It's about
Okay.
Sisi kwetu tunataka tuanze kuinvest in education. Okay. Ili tuanze kuangalia vitu na jicho la tatu. Mtu akikwambia hivi like drugs is killing us. For example,
you're very passionate
I'm very passionate about it. In fact, if I will be killed in future, that will be the reason that I'll be killed, because the first people I want to name are drug barons, the people who are doing
You know
this.
them?
I know them. Don't worry. Tutakuja tu hapo pole pole.
Okay.
Wacha tuzidi kufanya case study.
Yes.
If you look at Mombasa politicians, what they do is a simple thing. They are killing our children before they grow. How do they kill our children before they grow? Simple. This is the son or daughter of a poor person. So deny him education. If you deny him education, akikuwa mkubwa atakuwa hana kazi. Akitafuta kazi anaambiwa hujasoma. So akikosa kazi, what does he do? He goes to drugs, something that will make him meditate na atulie. He started with simple drugs, mogoka, marijuana, sigara, pole. Then he qualifies to hizi zingine mbaya, heroin, cocaine, nini.
Ni kama nursery, primary,
yes,
yeah. Si basi hiyo ndio masomo.
una graduate. So by the time amefika kwa heroin na hizi hardcore, he now needs money to sustain himself because he's becoming an addict. Anataka dawa ya kujidunga saa zote asikia ako sawa. So akitaka dawa, hana kazi, hana elimu, what does he do? Crime.
Story kama supremacy battles, court orders not being obeyed, it's complicated, like the executive judiciary kushindana, sijui who's the boss hapa. You've had a chance to meet both the president, I'm sure, and the opposition leader Raila Odinga. The two people wenye hii country inakuanga sana iko kwa mkono yao technically because of their followers. Umeongea nao on a personal level ya vitu zinaendelea huko?
On a personal level, the two people are totally different. I worked for Raila Odinga campaign. I was the man behind the Kikao. We were running his campaign for presidency. So we were calling the shots. We were only 4 people, young people, who were creating a movement in country to involve a lot of muliona dressing ya Raila tulibadilisha, kuongea, everything. We were behind that. We were running the campaign, basically. And the president himself, I met him. Wachana na mambo ya kazi ya journalism ile kukutana tu. I met him also wakati when he came to Nyali constituency and as a member of parliament, ile heshima lazima you host him. So he came to Nyali, I hosted him, and we have a conversation with him. If you look at these two people, they are two different people. Hao watu wote hawana ubaya
kabisa,
hawana, lakini watu wako chini yao ndio balaa.
Kesi.
Hao utadhani hao ndio marais wa nchi. So the two gentlemen, I can speak authoritative about Raila Odinga. I've worked with him, I've worked for him. I've traveled with him nchi. Tumezunguka naye kila mahali. We put down proposals and everything on the way on how to win this election. I know Uhuru Kenyatta. I've spoken to him. But you see, watu wale wako huku chini wanazunguka. Saa zote unasikiaga watu wakisema rais si mbaya, Raila si mbaya, lakini watu wanamzunguka. You've had that conversation, right? Watu wanamzunguka ndio watu wana shida. I was in Kikao, I was doing everything. But ilipofika wakati wa nomination, nikanyang'anywa live. They didn't see my value because kuna watu hawataki mtu ana akili. Those leaders with money hawatakagi watu wana akili. They don't want people who think. Ukiwa kwenye chama na unafikiria, utaumia vibaya sana. So somebody was like, oh, hapana, hii tusimpatie Mohamed Ali, atatuvuruga. So you deny me the ticket and you give it to your brother. But because I'm a totally different person, I wanted to prove a point to young people. Unajua kama ni kijana mwingine angesema mimi naachia Mungu.
Mimi kuachia Mungu.
Mimi sikuachia Mungu. Mimi nilisema Mungu nisaidie, naendelea na step 2. Step 1 nimenyang'anywa. So step 2 was independent candidate, nikaenda. Na nikashinda with a big margin.
Kula kitu umemention hapo ya anaitwaje, there's 4 of you guys running Honorable Raila's campaign.
Yes.
And that included baba atavaa nini leo.
No, you see, it's all about branding. It's all about selling. Doctor, when we want to sell you a program, we cannot sell you in a pajama.
By the way.
So tutakuangalia.
Hizo ndio ideas mlikuwa nazo.
No.
Baba cannot vaa pajama leo.
It's all about, because the perception in the country was that mzee is old.
Yes.
Vijana walikuwa wanaona au mzee bana ni mblei na sijui nini. Watu walikuwa wanaona. So we wanted to bring mzee to your level. And we wanted to make sure that in ODM there were young people who are also calling the shots to give you hope that you can be there.
But hapo kwa hiyo kuchagua baba atavaa nini hapo kwa kaunda suit hapo mlimtupa nje.
Hiyo kaunda si yangu.
Na mlimfundisha kudance? Mbona mlimfundisha kudance?
Hiyo
style moja hii ya hivi. Alafu mazee mngekuwa na my ideas. Mngetaka kuwin block ya Kayole, hiyo kofia hivi.
We had a lot of ideas and it worked. It was only destroyed dakika za mwisho.
Do we have any hope in future wase kuchagua wase na
there's big hope. If sisi wote tutawacha kuangalia mambo ya kabila na chama, there is hope. If sisi wote, you see somebody being attacked or killed or something is done to him, you see young people like us going online, celebrating, abusing somebody. Now you don't know the story behind that thing. If we start thinking, ukiona mimi napigwa na nitolewa nguo town, napigwa na vurutwa chini, don't celebrate. You must stand up and condemn it and say this is wrong because it might happen to me tomorrow. If it is not me, it might happen to my children. So you stop it. Hata hiyo deportation, when you are laughing around and you are saying, kesho utawekelewa ndege uambiwe wewe unatoka Sudan ama unatoka Rwanda. And then that's the day you will remember I allowed somebody aende.
thank you very much for coming on the show tonight. I hope
Asante.
utakam tena na tena mazi.
Asante.
Tuna story mob sana tunaweza ongelea. That is Mohamed Ali, the honorable member for Nyali constituency. Tupatieni feedback yenu on the hashtag The Wicked Edition. Our handles zetu ni @Dr_Kingori, @Mohaji Chopevu. Tupatie feedback yenu hapo kwa social media, tutaziangalia zote, wasiwa Instagram na wasizo vitu zote, na mmesikia hiyo conversation yetu ya show ya leo. Now in the coming weeks, one of these fine days, by the tunaletea madam fulani, I really have to mention this, and aliniambia she actually made me save her name on my phone as Beauty Without Breasts. She's very funny and she has a very inspiring story. Look her up one of these fine days, very, very soon. It's a very interesting story. I can't wait to do that. In the meantime, see you next week. My name is Dr. Kingori.